So where are we heading to, Tammy Sue?
Well, you hear that heavy panting? We have a pregnant dog back there. She is bred to MBA. We're going to have MBA puppies. They are going to be so fancy pretty. Unreal. The markings are going to be beautiful, I hope. I'm keeping my fingers crossed as I'm
okay, so
saying
tell us, Posh, who's our girl.
Yes.
Where does she come from?
But she's loved my Posh. She is a new shade Isabella, full fluffy, and no brindle, no pied, and of course the MBA. He's a coy, fluffy carrier, and he is isn't he a blue coy?
Well, he carries Merle then, this is a coy.
Well, yeah, he carries Merle. So my babies are going to be half full fluffies,
Well,
half fluffy carriers.
Here, hold on a second. So this is Tammy's now making a prediction, and we're going to see whether she's right here in about another hour.
Okay. So anyway, they're going to be. We definitely know the half full fluffies and half fluffy carriers and half Merles. Some will get pink. Some could be coys. Some could be new shade Isabella coys. Some could be Rojo and tan coys. Some could be just Rojo and tans. We know no brindle for sure. So they're going to be short, low to the ground, like little low riders. Very, very nice, excellent bone. Structure is going to be fantastic. I just can't wait to see this.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Real flat faces, boy. I'm telling you.
So let's talk a little bit
awesome.
about planning here. So I mean, I had a phone call today from somebody who said, "I think my girl's ready. The vets aren't open." It's like, guys, you've got to plan this ahead of time. You've got to have a plan. You can't just.
I called my vet about a week and a half ago and said, "Guess what? We're coming to see y'all." And then I reminded them again on Friday. I said, "Hey, we got due dates here. This is her temperature. This is her numbers."
And that was yesterday, Friday. So today's Saturday.
Yeah.
Right. So the point here is that we've got.
But I called a week and a half before.
Yeah, right. Because you know, because they might be on vacation. You just don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, bad things can happen if you don't plan. So, you know, for the person who I spoke to today, it's like, you know, you've got to have a plan, because, you know, if you don't have a plan, you don't have
Vets
squad.
have lives too.
They do. And here's the other part about this.
They go to graduations. They go to vacations.
Well, if the vet doesn't know you,
right,
and you try and call them up at 2 o'clock on a Sunday evening, they're probably not even going to talk on the phone, because they don't even know if you're going to show up. They don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it's fair enough too. So
got to have that relationship with your vets.
That's right. You need to have a relationship with a vet or two or three.
Yeah.
But certainly at least
We have
one.
about 4 or 5.
We do. We have quite a few vets that we've used. We have some of them we use. For instance, we're going to Kingfisher to Dr. Matusik and Dr. Skinner, and we've been using them a lot here recently, because they're so on the
It's been about 4 years, 5 years.
Probably. I mean, the reason we're using them is because, number one, they're good vets. Number two, their prices aren't astronomical. Number three, and this is very important, they are absolutely there for us when we need them. Look at that pond, that's beautiful.
Good vets. They're very caring vets.
You get two. You get two vets too.
Yeah.
You don't get two vets. Well, sometimes you get two vets doing the same C-section, but they're always one's on, one's off. So you've always got somebody who's on emergency if you need it. So this is a Saturday afternoon. It's scheduled for 4 o'clock, or a little bit later than that. So anyway, so preparation for this. Well, you need to have a traveling incubator, that's for sure, because the puppies are going to come home in this.
And where do you get those traveling incubators?
My Breeder Supply.
Exactly.
My Breeder Supply. Cody's got those on sale. I think current price is a little bit less than $250. Yeah. And the good thing about this little jewel is it runs on either 110 or 12 volts DC. So you can plug it in at your vet's office, puppies can go in at the vet's office, and then when you go home, plug it into your car cigarette lighter adapter, and it keeps on running. So the great thing about this is not only, I mean, I've got people who use these because their C-section fees are so expensive that they can travel 5, 6, 7 hours and get their C-section fee down from $4,000 to under $1,000. And I mean, you can travel out. You can travel a day with this without any trouble at all with puppies in here. No problem at all.
Turn your seat fan off.
You mean to slide this thing?
That button. No, that button. Your seat.
Got it.
Air conditioner.
There you go. So yeah, so what else you got with you, Tammy? You got your little bag full of goodies, don't you?
I got my bag of washcloths, white ones. I've got towels, white ones. I've got Vaseline. I've got gloves. I've got little scissors. I've got dental string. I've got little, what is that little sucker thing that sucks the mucus out of their nose and their mouth?
Aspiration bowl.
Yes.
Yep. So
I've
the vet's doing all this. Why have you got this stuff?
In case I get on the highway and she starts having babies.
That's right.
The Vaseline's to lube her up in the back end area to help pull out puppies.
So I taught somebody today.
Gloves is to be sterile as I can be with it.
Yes.
White cloth, washcloths and towels is because I know I bleach my white towels and washcloths.
Yes.
So those are nice and good and clean.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so let's talk about timing on this litter.
And pee pads.
Yeah, pee pads, right.
For extra fluid and just in case.
Timing. So timing is super important, of course. Get it wrong on a C-section. Have it early. Puppies haven't developed properly.
And we have even gotten it wrong at times.
Yeah, more than 2 days early, you're likely to lose puppies through fading, what they call fading puppy syndrome, because basically they're not breathing properly because their lungs aren't developed fully. Or, of course, if you have them late, you get a stuck puppy because it happens in the middle of the night. So, with this girl, we are actually 1 day before her due date.
She's so big.
She's full of puppies. Which
her
typically
temperature
go
yesterday was 99.3. This morning it was 98.0.
And she's shivering.
Yep, and she's been nesting and she's been panting since yesterday afternoon late.
And yesterday she was eating food.
Yep, today she was not.
We put just a little bilgejack, which she loves the bilgejack.
Yeah.
But literally 4 or 5 morsels of bilgejack into her food bowl, and that way you can come back later and see whether she's nibbled at it at all, as she had not touched it. When I put it in there, she looked at it, sniffed it, and then she turned her back on it.
Yeah.
And
usually they'll try to cover the towel over it.
Yeah, right. Like,
go away! It's making me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, something like that. So actually her progesterone level was 5 on a 1. So I'm not a big fan. I mean, progesterone. If you can get a progesterone level that's on an IDEX is 3.5 or less, that's great. But I don't use that as a ruling factor. I would much rather know that she's close within a day at the right time for a C-section, that her temperature has dropped, she's not eating food, hopefully nesting and panting. And if I see those things, then I'm pretty confident that I'm in the right place. So with this girl right here, the game is, what happens if you wait? And I think the answer is, if we waited on this, we'd be having puppies in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, and then there's a couple of things that can happen. I mean, I think Dr. Matusik, well, he's always proven to get up for us, but he's always worrisome, right? And the second thing is you might fall asleep and miss out on the fact that she's going into labor and start to push out puppies. How'd that happen?
Another thing too, if you live out where you've got to get to the vet, it's kind of countrified, then it's got deer at night.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Things like that, or drunks on the road at night.
Yeah.
So, it's better to do things in the daytime. But that you've got to know the timing of your female on breeding dates, due dates, temperature, numbers on progesterone numbers.
So what do you think when the vet says,
thing.
You say, well, the due date's Monday, and the vet says, well, let's do it Saturday because I won't be around Sunday.
No.
Yeah, it's like, no.
Check your female with that temperature. The temperature is the best thing to go by.
It is. But remember,
and then the numbers on the progesterone machine.
Not everything always lines up. You can have a dog that never shows a temperature drop. Not very often. I'd say 1 in 15 times a dog doesn't show a temperature drop. So the problem with this is you can have a dog that's progesterone level is a 12 and 5 hours later it's a 2. But the problem with all of this is there's no single thing that guarantees that you're in the right place other than a dog that's going to having contractions. And we'd rather not get there. Yeah. For us, it's an hour's drive to the vet. Now, if we start to have contractions, then you worry that she's going to start having puppies in the car.
Yeah. And very rarely do they eat the day that they're fixing to have babies. Every great once in a while, you might have a female that eats that morning, but
yeah,
you gotta.
Again, it's like everything, isn't it? There's no single thing you can have one of these things that's missing. I mean, I've had dogs have puppies with a progesterone level of 8. So people say, oh, no, progesterone level's 3, that's safe. Sure. But it's also, sometimes you get forced into doing this at a high number because they're physically starting to go into labor and progesterone levels above that.
And when you have females that've got lots of puppies, they're always usually,
A day early.
A day early.
Yeah.
Always usually. Does that make sense?
That's good.
Anyway, so just be prepared whenever you've got a female that's got lots of puppies on board.
Well, I'll say something else, though, about lots of puppies on board. It means that your timing is right.
Oh, another thing. If you know you're going to have lots of puppies on board, make sure you buy that feeding tube from us. You got to have that feeding tube and that goat's milk. Yeah, you need to have it just stored away in your drawers for sure.
So Tammy's talking about the puppy care kit you get at Library Supply. It's got everything you need. It's got the nasal aspirator. It's got clippers. It's got faucets. It's got stainless steel scissors. It's got stuff to tie off umbilical cords. It's got feeding tubes. It's got bottles. It's got goat's milk. It's got scales. There's probably other things in there that I've missed, but it's got all the important things that you absolutely should. It's not like you have to go get our kit, but you need to get the stuff that's in the kit. You need it I think the kit's now $105. It's not expensive. Now you could go buy the individual pieces, and you probably spend maybe $125 to get all that stuff up. The important thing is it's all there ready for you. But I was going to say, if you've got a dog like this that is nice and fat with lots of puppies, you know that your timing is right. The scary part is when you've got a puppy with a single puppy in it, you probably got your timing wrong, and it means that you're now going to get the C-section timing wrong. So that's really where you can get caught with your pants down. So what else, Tammy? I guess the next part of this video is
I know what else. Everybody needs to say a prayer for this dog. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. Let's hope for healthy babies and healthy mama.
Yep.
And
we'll take the prayers.
We'll see what's.
But I'm also a firm believer in getting the science right too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That too.
Yeah. Right. So.
It's all part of it.
Yep. That's right. Okay. So next thing is going to be with Dr. Skinner.